Today we're gonna do 9 characteristics of Enneagram. So I'm going to show you introduction of key characteristic of Enneagram. So it takes 10 minutes just to watch this one, okay? And then we are gonna next to type 3 and type 4.
Important to them. At their best, ones are tolerant, bringing dignity and discernment to their actions and to the world around them. On the up, ones value principle and integrity. Type 1, perfectionist improver. Ones value principle and integrity. They're driven by the motivational need to be good and right. They strive for perfection and self-control and appreciate standards and structure. That their work and deeds are associated with quality will also be especially important to them. At their best, ones are tolerant, bringing dignity and discernment to their actions and to the world around them. On the other hand, less well-developed ones may also be judgmental and uncompromising, turning their critical gaze and awareness of imperfections against themselves and others. Overall, ones possess great integrity and are inclined to lead by example. They stand for what is right and good, and are able to see details and judge people and situations objectively, without succumbing to personal biases or emotion. Type 2, support, advice. 2s value kindness and generosity. They are driven by the motivational need to be liked and appreciated, and seek to enter into mutually beneficial relationships. They strive to make the world a kinder and more loving place, primarily by offering support and attention to those around them. At their best, 2s are warm and giving, building relationships that have a positive impact on themselves and others. On the other hand, less well-developed 2s may also be seen as manipulative, having hidden intentions behind their generosity, where they give in order to get overall. 2s possess great humility and warmth, and are capable of being unconditionally supportive to those that matter to them. Their generosity makes them extremely likable and good at putting effort and energy into the development of truly valuable and beneficial relationships. Type 3, succeeder, achiever. 3s value achievement and being the best. They are driven by the motivational need to attain success and be validated by others. They strive for accomplishment and tend to be extremely adaptable in the pursuit of their goals. At their best, 3s are committed and hard-working, excelling in their chosen pursuits and being seen by others as role models who have it all. On the other hand, less well-developed 3s may also be seen as unprincipled in their pursuit of success. Overall, 3s possess great ambition and resourcefulness. They have the will, energy, and drive to be the best at whatever they take on, and find it easy to believe in their ability to persevere and to succeed. They are realistic and adaptive, and know how to do things in a way that's efficient and guarantees favorable results.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
Type 4, aesthetic, romantic. 4s value individuality and depth of emotion. They are driven by the motivational need to be authentic and express their uniqueness. They strive for genuine self-expression and purpose, and appreciate deep connections and meaning. That their work and deeds are seen as an expression of their inner selves will also be especially important to them. At their best, fours are sensitive and empathetic, bringing receptiveness and authenticity to their actions and the world around them. On the other hand, less well-developed fours may also be temperamental, with their feelings of emotional isolation being experienced as dramatic or self-absorbed by others. Overall, fours possess great empathy and are capable of connecting deeply. They are creative and imaginative and good at giving unique expression to what matters to them, bringing meaning and purpose to both themselves and others. 5. Analyzer, thinker. Fives value insightful observations and ideas. They are driven by the motivational need to know and understand things in depth. They strive for objectivity, and their thoughtfulness and intellectual acumen can frequently shed light on things that leave others puzzled. At their best, fives are visionary and fair-minded, offering in-depth analyses and comprehension, and seen by others as genuine intellectuals. On the other hand, less well-developed fives may also be seen as disinterested, as they withdraw into their own thoughts and remain aloof from the events around them. Overall, fives possess great powers of comprehension and analysis. They have the ability to attain intellectual mastery over whatever interests them, and tend to become genuine experts in the fields of their choosing. In this way, they bring in-depth analysis and insightful observations that enable themselves and others to see the world in a clear and discerning light. Type 6. Loyalist, dedicated. Sixes value security and belonging. They are driven by the motivational need to feel safe and accepted. They strive to be responsible and trustworthy at all times, and appreciate kindness and acceptance in others. That they are seen as honest and dependable will also be especially important to them. At their best, sixes are courageous and devoted, bringing a great deal of support and reassurance to everything they do. They're also capable of courageously taking a stand on behalf of the greater good, despite the risks involved. On the other hand, less well-developed sixes may be anxious and prone to worry and fear, being seen as overly suspicious or uninvolved by others. Overall, sixes possess great dedication. They work with consistency and devotion over time, taking their responsibilities very seriously and sticking with their commitments. In this way, they give others a great sense of security and support through their loyalty and courage. Type 7. Adventurer, visionary. Sevens value freedom and novelty. They're driven by the motivational need to experience life in full and maintain a sense of adventure. They strive to be innovative and adaptable, connecting ideas from a broad range of disciplines with ease. That their actions and deeds are seen as inspired and original will also be especially important to them. At their best, sevens are visionary and resourceful, bringing a sense of imagination and play to everything they do. On the other hand, less well-developed sevens may also be unfocused and erratic, as their fear of being locked down lowers their mood and prevents them from following through. Overall, sevens possess great visionary capabilities. They're capable of absorbing a wide range of ideas and combining them in ways that open up new possibilities to both themselves and others. Type 8. Challenger, leader. Eights value competence and power. They're driven by the motivational need to be strong and in control. They strive to be strong-willed and decisive, taking charge in a confident manner, where they say what needs to be said and do what needs to be done. At their best, eights are courageous and assertive, giving leadership and guidance to those around them and seen as a strong and reassuring presence by others. On the other hand, less well-developed 8s may also be seen as domineering as they impose their authority on people in situations where it's not wanted. Overall, 8s possess great assertiveness and leadership capabilities. They frequently manage to attain mastery over their environment, with them being seen as inspiring leaders who make others aware of the bigger picture and guide them towards fruitful goals. Type 9. Peacemaker, mediator. 9s value harmony and accommodation. They're driven by the motivational need to avoid conflict and have things settled in an amiable way. They strive to be tolerant and understanding of those around them as a way of furthering harmony and acceptance. At their best, 9s are capable of listening to multiple perspectives with great skill in finding the common ground that fuses differences into harmony. At their best, 9s are open and receptive, making others feel heard and understood in the presence of the 9. On the other hand, less well-developed 9s may also be seen as slothful, as they sidestep the demands and expectations of others by simply distancing themselves from them. Overall, 9s possess great receptivity and calmness. They're good communicators with a soothing influence on others and an unparalleled ability to think holistically. In this way, they have the ability to bring people together, heal conflicts, and form profound relationships around them. The 4 disc personalities.
Okay. So every time I show this introduction is the 9 type of Enneagram. Okay. So today we're gonna think about the Enneagram type 3. Type 3. Type 3 is the achiever. The achiever is a breakdown. Type 3 breakdown is competitive, goal-oriented, successful. It's an achiever. The driven, desire recognition and praise, productive, socially aware, and cunning, charming, afraid of being seen as unworthy, energetic, diligent, hardworking, pragmatic, confident. 3 wing 2 or 3 wing 4. Type 6 in breast. Type 9 in stress. So basic description: type 3s are driven, goal-oriented. They deeply motivated in everything they do. The basic desire of type 3 is to be accepted and considered worthwhile. In order to feel okay, type 3s need to constantly be achieving new things in life. And it is in this way that they driven toward the object of winning, and they bring energy to the pursuit of beating to others. The energy gives them a sense of usefulness, optimism. They are accomplished, productive, and efficient in the way they choose to do things. They have a very high standard for themselves based upon what they think is considered ideal for society and their loved ones. They strive to the pinnacle of success as defined by the culture surrounding them. Type 3s are skilled in the reading their environment and efficiently engaging with other people, acknowledging how they should show up to make a good impression. As a part of the feeling center, they are aware of their self image and how other people perceive them. They desire to be perceived as admirable and successful. Type 3s have a consistent awareness of where they stand in relation to others, and they are always working to achieve and contribute more and better than the average person, as well as to be well liked and be a source of inspiration. The wings. 3 Type 3 wings 2 tends to be people oriented and value their relationship, seeking endless probable and opinion from peers. Type 3 wings 4 tends to turn inward more and toward themselves, more introverted and more deeply in tune with their emotional experience. Additionally, three wing force desire for achievement may manifest itself in unique creative project. The subtype instinctive possibilities. We call the subtypes. Type 3 in the self-preservation instinct will often downplay their accomplishment while hoping down the people will still recognize them. Type 3 and the social instinct are the most competitive and the most likely to deal with imposter syndrome. Social type 3s tend to have a lot of confidence in what they can accomplish, awareness in where They stand as compared to other people and frequently find themselves in leadership roles. Type 3 in the sexual instinct is dedicated to being the absolute best romantic partner they have possibly be. They want to be physically attractive, desirable, and draw people in. The strengths. And superpowers, incredible leader. Make efficient decisions, quick thinking, optimistic, motivational, a magic energy, top tier social skill, courageous, courageous, the capable of selling anything because they sell themselves first, ambitious. Do you know Oprah Winfrey? She's type 3. Bring an energetic, ambitious, big picture mentality. Enthusiastic and passionate about accomplished goal. But they have a fear challenges. Being considered unworthy. Never ending pressure to do more, be more. Have difficulty relaxing. Struggle to be present. Struggle to celebrate previous accomplishment. Prolong joy. Over invest themselves in what they are doing in order to avoid the feelings. Rely on outside force to make them feel worthwhile. Can be overly competitive. Invest. Invest the growth, yeah? The point of integration. In seasons of security and growth, the type 3 moves to type 6. Their competitive nature is toned down in this state, and they are more honest and vulnerable about their experience, as well as more direct about what they want. In doing this, they allow themselves to relax into a more clear headed and collaborated state. In stress. In stress, type 9. The type 9 peacemaker, right? In period of stress and disintegration, type 3s move to type 9, where they may find that they are losing their sense of self and are very out of touch where they truly desire to be in life. This can lead them to enter a drawn-out space in which they struggle to truly engage with the world around them. Spiritual life. It's a true self. Obtain rest in the midst of instability, chaos, and invulnerability by finding peace and comfort in the eternal nature of God and the God essence within each person. Separation from separation. True self. Ego adopted the notion that they must constantly be working hard and producing things in order to keep things from completely crumbling. Type 3 is some responsibility for as many things as possible, and their groups, projects, organizations dominate their life and create the framework of their identity. So, Lord, sin, root sin is deceit. Deceit arises from exaggeration and dishonesty and attempt to create a self-image and always be on top. Pass back to yourself. Pass back. To self. Pass back to self, facing the lies they've been telling themselves and others head on, coming to terms with failure and developing the integrity. This integrity leads type 3s to motivate other people to uncover crucial truths about themselves, society, and the world. Healthy level. level 1, 2, 3. The level 1 types 3s accept themselves for who they truly are, not afraid to rest in authenticity. They are not putting up a front, and they are true to how they appear to others. They are gentle, benevolent, humble, and generous. The type 3s of level 2 have a lot of MS and competence, are comfortable with who they are, and have high self-esteem. They are charming, adaptable, and sought after by other people. Level 3 types 3s aspire to be their very best, and they are diligent in daily pursuit of excellence. This diligence can lead them to become an ideal figure who is widely admired. Its average level 4. Average level 4, performance oriented and driven to achieve every goal set out in front of them, sometimes to the point of identifying themselves by what they achieve. They fear failure and commonly compare themselves with other people. Level 5 have a lot of concern with how others perceive them, and they often will present themselves the way they think will be most impressive in order to achieve success. Start living under a facade, which can cause issues with intimacy and reliability. Level 6 begin to develop a superiority complex wherein they are constantly promoting themselves, exhibit narcissistic and self-worshipping tendencies. They thirsty to be revered and want people to be jealous of them. Unhealthy level. Level 7. Level 7 types 3 is fear fail. Fear failure, embarrassment so much that they may exploit other people to get what they want. We put everything on the line in order to maintain superiority, which can cause a lot of pain to others. The level 8 become deceptive. The root sin is deceit. The level 8 become deceptive so as to keep their shortcomings concealed. jealousy rise to impossible levels, and they quickly become untrustworthy, and are unlikely to betray and sabotage people in their lives in order to stay on top. Level 9, strive to ruin other people's happiness and destroy anything in their path that makes them face their own shortcomings. May begin to demonstrate severe psychopathic and narcissistic tendencies. Psychopath. And narcissist. Tendencies, not just the tendencies, psychopathic, narcissistic, just tendencies. It may be to demonstrate severe psychopathic, narcissistic tendencies. That's level 9. It's unhealthy. It's this I'm gonna show the type 4, the individualist. The individualist. Type 4 breakdowns creative. And authentic. Intense. Imaginative. The romantic. Melancholic. Melancholic. Purposeful. Melancholy, purposeful, interesting, compassionate, afraid of not being seen as significant, withdrawing, self-absorbed, mystical, idealistic, sensitive, sincere, so 4, wing type 4, wing 3, type 4, wing 3, or 4, wing 5. Type 1 in rest. Type 2 in stress. Basic description is type 4s feel very things deeply, and they tend to express those feelings in very creative ways. They often experience a deep sense of nostalgia for moments and people will pass for their inner child. Growing up, typhoons often felt fundamentally different and largely misunderstood by their family, friends, teachers, and peers, which fostered their intense desire to determine their personal significance and life purpose. They have an acute awareness of what is missing within themselves and the world around them, and always seem to be searching for something greater. They view themselves as a fundamental flawed, which can create persistent feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. Typhoons idealistic and can be envious of things in the world. They feel that everyone else has that they need in order to be truly fulfilled. Truly fulfilled. They can lead to a sense of defeat and frequent melancholy or even depressive state. Typhoons are deeply in tune their emotional experience. They value authenticity and express it in unique and beautiful aesthetics. And they are intensely romantic and sensual. In the eyes of the typhoon, the world and human beings around them are an expression of art. Typhoons are constantly aware of the way others perceive them, and it is important to them to be understood by others and to be perceived as they perceive themselves. Typhoons are motivated by the quest to discover their identity and their personal significance. They want to feel special and they want other people to see them as interesting and unique. Typhoons identify their feelings as who they are and therefore spend much of their energy on being emotionally in tune, in finding way to creatively and often aesthetically express their inner world. The intensity of emotions Typhoons experience can feel overwhelming to the people they are in relationship with, especially those who are less in tune with their emotion. Typhoons sometimes fancy their retelling of experience to highlight their feelings about their experience as opposed to the particular fact. Typhoons can be overly focused on negative feedback in a way that causes them to ignore or forget positive feedback entirely. This can heighten their sensitivity and bring their self ease them down as they convince themselves they are only ever receiving negative feedback. Wings type 4, wings 3 creates a balance between their inner world and the actions they take outside the world. They can become performative as a way of bringing their internal experience into physical form. Type 4, wing 5, type experience a connection between the thinking and feeling types of their personality, which can take on the form of intellectualizing their emotional experience. The five wings in the type 4 can lead to feelings of marginalization and true not belonging in the world around them. Subtypes. Type 4s in the self-preservation instinct is glamorize suffering and want to be recognized for their toughness and willpower. They have self-sacrificial tendencies, are willing to endure a lot of pain. Type 4s and the social instinct is a gentle, truth-telling instinct that is emotionally sensitive and seeks refuge in suffering. Social force often compare themselves to other people and become wrapped up in all the way they feel inferior. Type 4s in the sexual instinct is deeply sensual and does not experience as much shame as the other two instincts. Comfortable expressing what they need and how they are feeling at all times, and they can possess demanding and competitive qualities. Strengths and superpowers, boundless emotional range. It's a beautiful, artistic method of self-experience expression, incredible, creative, mystical perspective on life, raw, honest perspective on human experience, deeply compassionate, authentic, profound connections with the self and others, view the whole world as art, bring complex questions of existence to light. The Lumi, she's a 15th century mystic poet who used radical intensity to put words to previously untouched elements of human existence. The Lumi. You can find the internet. You can find her Lumi. Lumi is a popular title. She put words to life's most intense darkness and suffering, as well as the most diverse qualities, fears, and challenges. Afraid of dying with no true significance. Fear not being considered unique. Spend more time longing than appreciating what they have. Overly nostalgic, yearning for what they will never get back. Get trapped in suffering. Isolate themselves. Shame themselves into feeling inherently bad. Can be self-observed and the attentiveness to the needs and emotions of others. In rest, type 1. In moments, in rest, the point of integration, growth. In moments of rest, safety, and growth, typers move to type 1. This can benefit typers by helping them channel their energy and integrate healthy routines, morals, and structures to their everyday life. In stress, point of this integration. The direction of this integration for type 4s is to type 2. Type 2. Where they are more likely to victimize or make martyrs. Martyrs, ma, 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 martyrs, martyrs of themselves become the fearful of being left behind or increase their level of the helpfulness in an unsustainable way for the purpose of getting what they need. Spiritual life, true self, is a state of serenity as an essential fluid in the tape, uh, tapestry of a diamond on universe. Diamond universe. The separation from true self is ego try to restore harmony, unity, and fulfillment in outward, ultimately drawing the type 4 further away from the beauty, depth, or godliness that is already within. They spend much of their energy in the attempt to authentically attractive, excellent at what they do, and extraordinarily creative, but struggle to move through the grief or heal the sense of disconnection from God and the higher self. The root to sin. Envy, envy. Envy arise less in relation to physical things, more to ideologies, knowledge, state of well-being, or elements of character that other people possess. That's root sin. The path back to true self, opening their heart and allowing it to become a space in which all feelings are considered valid and allowed to move throughout without rejection and adherence. This brings boundless space for growth and allow longing to fuel the fire of true passion and creative influence in the world. Healthy level, the level 1, is to have a great capacity for expressing both personal and universal experience, demonstrating their creative energy in work of art, music, poetry, act. Deeply inspired and inspirational to others, manage healthy methods of energy renewal, and have a unique gift in the being able to identify a deeper meaning in everything. Level 2, to possess self-awareness of a feeling and impulses on their quest to find themselves, show sensitivity and intuition in situations concerning both themselves and other people. They are gentle and display honest compassion. The level 3, true to themselves and not afraid of reveal personal, emotionally raw truths of. There comes a great deal of emotional strength and capacity for deep connections with their vulnerability. Average level, the level 4, dedicated to creating authentic environments for themselves, wherein they can cultivate their deepest personal feelings and expand them. View everything through a romantic, artistic lens and enjoy making their realistic more exciting or mystical by applying passionate feelings, imagination, and fantasy. Level 5, internalize everything that happens in order to maintain a feeling of connection with themselves and their feeling. Take everything personally and react with moodiness, hypersensitivity, or self-absorbing. Draw inward and something gets stuck. They're waiting for things to be worked out. So they can preserve their image. Level 6. They feel more removed every day and eventually may reach a point where they feel that the rules and the expectations that apply to other people do not apply to them, can spend more time in a fantasy world than reality, which increase self-pity, impracticality, unproductivity, envy of others, and unhealthy levels of self-indulgence. Unhealthy level. Level 7. Rigid past failures with extreme anger at themselves, entering inhibiting the state of depression. And alienation. Emotions harden and can no longer be possessed, which lead to numbness, paralyzing shame, deep exhaustion, and inability to function normally. Level 8. Become delusional. Become delusional, self-reproachable, and overwhelmed by self-hatred. Everything becomes morbid, tough, and tortures, and they begin to blame other people and refuse help when it is available. Level 9. We reside in a pit of utter despair, hopelessness, and self-destructive habits, such as extreme substance abuse for the purpose of numbing the pain and escaping reality. Emotional breakdowns and suicidal thoughts or attempt. Suicidal thoughts or attempts are likely along with development of avoidant, depressive, and narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, today done. Next, we're gonna think about the type 5, type 6. Okay, see you, bye bye.